The visit of the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio to India is not only being closely watched by geopolitical commentators across India and Asia, but it has kicked off a political storm in the country as well. Before flying to Sweden to attend the NATO foreign ministers meeting and subsequently leave for India, Secretary Rubio had told media persons in the US that the US intends to send as much of energy to India as it can, and had also significantly announced that the interim president of Venezuela, Delcy would be traveling to India next week. This had given fresh ammunition to India's principal opposition party, the Congress, as well as other opposition parties, which took potshots at the Modi government, alleging that even before India and Venezuela, it was Secretary Rubio who was making a significant announcement about India. Congress's communication in charge, Jairam Ramesh, has said that while on May 10, 2025, it was Secretary Rubio who had announced a ceasefire between India and Pakistan. Now in May 2026, it was Rubio again who was announcing a visit by the interim president of Venezuela to India, even before either of the countries could do that. Taking potshots at the Modi government, Jairam Ramesh further asked what more the US Secretary of State had for India's foreign policy. Sources in the Ministry of External Affairs say that while Rodriguez was supposed to travel to India next week to participate in the International Big Cat Alliance that was supposed to be held in India, the event has now been postponed due to the Ebola outbreak. However, sources are tight-lipped on any possibility of Rodriguez visiting India in the near future, and have also not disclosed any plans by the Indian government to purchase more Venezuelan oil. However, Reliance Industries has placed an order of Venezuelan crude in February, and the intake was supposed to happen within a few weeks. While India's leading PSU, Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited, had also in the past expressed interest in purchasing Venezuelan oil, insiders in the oil marketing companies say that Venezuelan crude is very thick and also going to be extremely expensive as compared to the traditional oil arriving from the Gulf suppliers and also Russia. In fact, experts at the commodity marketing firm Kepler say that Venezuelan oil is not only extremely thick and viscous, but in fact it is going to be more expensive for it to be imported into India because of the logistics involved along with the distance. Furthermore, analysts say that Indian refineries are more accustomed to the intake of Russian Urals or the traditional oil supplied by the Gulf exporters. It is to be noticed that the US government has in the past nudged India to import more Venezuelan oil. But so far, oil marketing companies have not really arrived at a major agreement for such a purchase. In this backdrop, it is going to be interesting to see whether this statement by the US Secretary of State translates into something concrete into ground or remains merely a statement to the press. We'll be closely tracking Secretary Rubio's visit to India. This is me, Shikha Salaria, from New Delhi, reporting for India Abroad.